Evening and welcome to this evening's meeting of the Winthrop School Committee of October 4th, 2021. The meeting is being held in the Harvey Hearing Room here at the Town Hall. Patty, can you please call the roll?
Ms. Barry? Here. Mr. Boncory?
Here.
Mr. Matucci?
Here.
Ms. Swope? Present. Ms. Powell?
Present.
Mr. Perrin?
Present. This meeting will be recorded and may be televised live. Ms. Gallagher, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do we have any public comment this evening? Seeing none. Patty, can you call the roll call vote, please? I mean, the roll call.
Yes.
We did that, didn't we?
You did it already?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really out of it.
I'll make a
There's no
motion
public, go ahead.
to approve the minutes of the September 20th, 2021 meeting. I think
We have
that's
a motion by the president, seconded by Mr. Matucci. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none. Patty, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. We also have 3 financial and business procedures to do this evening. We have warrant SVW 22-5 in the amount of $195,569.93. Can I get a motion for the SVW 22-5 in that amount?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Barry, second by Mr. Boncory. Any discussion on the warrant? Hearing none. Patty, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Ms. Barry? Yes. Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. Next, we have payroll warrant SPW 22-7, the amount of $804,003.72. I'll entertain a motion for warrant SPW 22-7 in that amount.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Ms. Powell, second by Ms. Swope. Any discussion on the payroll warrant? Hearing none. Patty, can we get a roll call vote?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Abstain.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Abstain. Budget transfers. We have a budget transfer in the amount of $203,645.93. Can I get a motion for a budget transfer in that amount?
Motion.
Motion by Ms.
Second.
Powell, seconded by Mr. Matucci. Any discussion on the budget transfer? Hearing none. Patty, can I get a roll call vote, please, for the record?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. Next up, we have a buildings and grounds request from the Winthrop Middle School PTO for their meeting dates.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Matucci to approve those dates. Do we have a second? Seconded by Ms. Barry. Any discussion? Hearing none. Patty, can I have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. Next up, we have subcommittee reports. Do we have any report from the Superintendent Contract Bargaining Subcommittee?
No.
No report at this time. Ms. Howard could not be here this evening to attend the meeting. Ms. Gallivan will be presenting the superintendent's report.
Thank you. We have just a brief report today. She wanted to bring you up to date on this Wednesday. The 6th is our first of our early release professional development days, just to let you know what was going on in each of the buildings. The Fort Banks is going to be continuing their keys to beginning reading. They have a new phonics program called Letterland that they are continuing the training on that, as well as Module 4 of reading. It's a reading program about the science behind teaching reading. So they're in the Module 4 stage for that. The ATC will be, they have a newly adopted math program called Illustrative Math, and it has an online component, which is known as Learn Zillion, and they will be going through some training on that on Wednesday afternoon. The middle school will be reviewing their STAR 360 data from the end of last year as well as the beginning of this year, and their MCAS data that was recently released, in order to look for both strengths and some of the areas that their students are being challenged, so that they can then set together some action plans for their next steps moving throughout this year. So they'll be spending the day Wednesday looking at that. And the high school will be continuing the Understanding by Design UBD curriculum work that they've been doing for the last couple of years in mapping all of their written curriculum. Also, the NEASC, NEAS&C visit started today with the high school. Lisa said that she provided you a copy of their scheduled visit that she emailed all of you. They're meeting with us tomorrow for the curriculum subcommittee at 5 p.m. Via Zoom. I met with them this afternoon, as well as a bunch of different groups of teachers. And it seems to be progressing nicely. Mr. Crombie did an amazing job of putting together a website with all the information, and I don't know if you saw the video they put together. Just really, really great work on behalf of the whole team that's been involved in this and all the work the teachers are doing. So we look forward to hearing their findings at a later date. And then one quick update on the crossing guard situation. We currently have crossing guards at Nix, Herman Street, and Kennedy Drive. Today, the person who was hired for Kennedy Drive resigned after day 1. So we are continuing to post and advertise and trying to get it out there also via Facebook to any parents in the community that might be interested. But we're gonna keep posting and keep looking for the positions because we really do need them. And other than that, she will provide you with additional updates at the next meeting.
Can I just ask that the superintendent reach out to CSAC and see if they can schedule a meeting to come up with some strategies to make crossing a little safer? It's not from a want of trying. I want people to understand that we are
Right.
looking for crossing guards, and we're constantly looking for crossing guards for these high-traffic intersections, so. But it would be helpful maybe if TSAC could weigh in on some of the strategies that might make it a little safer for the higher areas, higher traffic areas. Okay, next up are homeschool applications. Do we have any this evening, Ms. Gallivan, and do you have any recommendations?
We do, we have one. I'm recommending that you approve this, the one. It is a 9th grader at the high school. It brings our total to 21 students on homeschool plans this year.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the homeschool application of the 9th grader that Ms. Gallivan has recommended approval for?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Ms. Swope, seconded by Ms. Powell. Any discussion? Hearing none. Can I have a roll call vote, please, Patty?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. Next up is personnel. Ms. Gallivan, do we have any appointments or resignations?
Nothing that I have on my, no.
And we have 2 retirements, I believe, this evening, Marie Finn and Maura Sullivan, is that correct? Okay, can I get a motion to approve sick day buyback for Marie Finn and
Motion.
Maura Sullivan? Motion by Mr. Matucci.
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Powell. Any discussion? Hearing none. Patty, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. Do we have any postings or leaves of absence this evening?
I don't have anything.
We have postings.
We have, oh, the middle school.
We do have some postings in the packet.
Okay, we have the middle school, we have stipended positions at the middle school for the winter coach positions, junior custodian, a speech and language pathologist. We have a direct lead for our ESP position, and as well as building lead ESPs. And we have a position for, at the Gorman Fort Bank for special education resource room teacher for a long-term substitute, and a special education ESP. Those are all we have for postings right now.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, and a new business, we have appointment of a Shore Collaborative representative on the Shore Board of Directors. I'd like to appoint Suzanne Swope to this position if she'll accept.
Accept,
You'll accept?
as long as it's Zoom.
If
You
it's,
don't have
if
to
it's not
drive it.
virtual, if it becomes too much for you, the remainder of my term, I will take it. Okay, thank you, Ms. Swope, for taking that position.
You're the short
Yes.
Okay.
There's no unfinished business this evening. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Matucci to adjourn. Can I get a second? Second by Ms. Powell. Patty, can I get a vote?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Mr. Boncory?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Swope?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes. Thank you very much.